What is going on, guys? Miles here, and in this video we'll be taking a look at all of the prestige emblems, including Prestige Master in Black Ops 4 multiplayer. Black Ops 4 is basically here, and to build up hype for the game, Treyarch have been tweeting out some of the prestige emblems in multiplayer. We don't know any of the prestige emblems in zombies yet, and we already know Blackout doesn't have any prestige mode, but in multiplayer they've been releasing a few of the emblems per day, and finally they have released all of the emblems now, including Prestige Master, so I decided to make a video covering all of them. And to be honest, this year I think the prestige emblems are pretty damn good. Starting off with Prestige 1, this one is a little bit basic. It's just kind of like this warrior's helmet with this green background. It looks okay, I think. Doesn't look amazing, but I wouldn't really expect an amazing emblem from Prestige 1 anyway. Moving on to Prestige 2, this one I feel like is absolutely fire. This is one of my favourite prestige emblems in Black Ops 4, and maybe one of my favourite prestige emblems in Call of Duty. I'm a huge fan of this one. We have like this kind of Japanese soldier, but he's kind of like half a robot at the same time, which I think is really cool. And behind him you can see, I think, like two samurai swords. This emblem looks absolutely amazing. I'm a huge fan of it, and it's kind of depressing because it's only Prestige 2, which means I'll get it quite early, but I'll soon move on to Prestige 3 and I won't be able to use it. The third prestige emblem doesn't have any samurai swords, but it does have a pretty cool samurai helmet. This emblem is pretty nice. I'm a big fan of the red and green background and also the glowing green eyes on this samurai. They look really cool, and it seems like Treyarch have kind of like this old school warrior sort of style going on with these emblems. We have the paladin from Prestige 1, this kind of like Japanese warrior from Prestige 2, and finally we have this samurai in Prestige 3 so far. As for Prestige 4, this one seems to have moved over to like an Egyptian warrior or god or something like that. We have another kind of like helmet in the middle, but this time we have like some sort of cobra wrapped around the helmet, which is pretty sick. I do like the blue design on it, and in the background there seems to be kind of like this sun. It looks like the kind of suns you would see on one of those Egyptian paintings from like 3,000 years ago. So it seems like they are continuing this theme. As for Prestige 5, this isn't my favourite emblem in the game because I'm not exactly sure what it is, to be honest. We have the classic helmet theme going on, but I can't tell exactly what kind of helmet this represents, and I don't feel like the design of this emblem is that amazing, but it isn't one of like the higher prestiges, so I'm not that worried about it anyway. However, I think Prestige 6 is pretty damn awesome. We return to kind of the old school warrior theme. This time we have some sort of Viking dude who has a really cool beard and eyes. Not exactly sure what's going on with his right eye or his teeth, but I do think this emblem looks really good. Now for Prestige 7, this might be my favourite emblem in Black Ops 4. This thing looks absolutely amazing. We have kind of this guy from like World War II, but at the same time it's kind of got a futuristic twist to it. It does look absolutely amazing. The eyes look really cool. The gas mask looks really cool. The weapons in the background look really cool. So I think this emblem might be one of the best in the game. Moving on to Prestige 8, this seems to be one of the few emblems in the game which isn't based around like a humanoid character, and instead seems to be based around some mythological creature or animal, and I think this one looks pretty cool. In particular, I'm a big fan of the blue horns. They look really sick, but I'm not exactly sure what creature this is. For Prestige 9, we have what appears to be either a king or an emperor who's wearing this like lion's hat, and it looks pretty damn amazing in my opinion, and I think the red kind of like flame things which are going on in the background look pretty good as well. Moving on to Prestige 10, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with this emblem. It does look a little bit chaotic, and I do wonder what it will look like in kind of the small form which you see in the lobby. It might look a little bit convoluted, but we have kind of this skull in the middle with green eyes, and above it there's another skull, and then there's like these gold feathers coming out of it, and then like some purple ribbons coming out. This emblem looks pretty crazy. I do think it looks pretty good though, but it might be kind of a little bit too much in terms of like the colors and the detail. And finally, the one we've all been waiting for, Master Prestige. As you can see, we have this kind of demon with a gold and purple crown, and he's got these like blue rings going across his horns, and there's some like red pattern going on in the background. I think this one looks really cool. In particular, I think the crown is awesome because it does kind of signify how you're the king of the game once you hit Master Prestige. So I think they did a really good job with the Master Prestige emblem this year. So overall, I would say Treyarch did a pretty good job with Prestige emblems this year, but to be fair, I do feel like all of the Prestige emblems from like Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 3 looked pretty good for the most part, so I had good expectations coming into this game and they seem to have surpassed them. Currently, we don't know what the zombies Prestige icons are gonna look like, but let me know if you want to see them down in the comments below because I can make a video on it once we get information on them. But hopefully you guys found this video useful. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more, but I'll see you guys in another video.